the Team TFC opening up in the new stadium there at Ontario Soccer Centre in Vaughan. Luca Uccello joins us. Luca, welcome.
Thank you, Anthony. How are you?
I'm good. Pleasure's all mine to have you on. Luca, let's talk about it. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you haven't had much sleep in the last 48 hours. Let's talk about the emotions going into this game tomorrow night for you personally. A local boy, you grew up there playing grassroots youth soccer in the youth clubs in that area. How important, how massive is this for you in your young career to have this game there tomorrow night?
No, I mean it's exceptional. I mean, when I was young, I used to play in that sort of area, and I was playing in Ontario Cups and all that stuff in Woodbridge, and all my family and friends would come out, and it's just amazing to know that tomorrow too, especially that they're going to be there to support me and TFC too, as well as fans and family. So I mean, I'm so excited. And I just can't wait to just get out there and do what I do and show what I can.
How important is it, Luke? I'm pretty sure the coaching staff have talked to you, Mark, and all the teammates to corral that energy, that emotion, that passion, that desire tomorrow night in a positive way, to be calm, cool, and collective, but also start out of the gates strong to get the crowd behind you, but also to make sure that you guys are all on the same page.
Yeah, no, we know they're a good team, and we know they have some quality and stuff like that, but we have to understand that we also have tremendous quality young talent on our team, and we can handle pretty much, I think, anything in the USL. And if you look at getting the fans behind us, I think it's definitely possible, and it's going to happen because we're going to come out and we're going to be definitely excited. And although there'll be some pressure, we're going to overcome it, and we're going to do and follow the game plan exactly that's given to us. Also, with all the family and friends there, it's almost like you have an extra man in a way, and it's going to be awesome.
Your speed, your passion, your desire, your will to go through a brick wall for a teammate I've seen in the last couple of years is so vital and important in your young career. Where did you learn that, Luca? Obviously, a young man like you had to learn that along the way. Was there a youth coach? Was there maybe a brother that helped instill in you a no-fear attitude? It doesn't matter if the player is 6'5", 6'10", and how strong he might be. How important is it to show that you belong there as well?
No, I mean, it's important. It's always important to show that you're hungry in a way. And I think if I look back on the past, I think my family, my dad was my coach when I was younger, and my older brother always showed hunger in every place that he played. So I think I just gained it by just sort of looking up to them and listening to them. Also coming to TFC and stuff like that, you have to have a different mentality compared to like playing in the OISL, for example. I mean, it's much more professional in a way, and to be a professional, you have to be hungry always, each and every day at practice and in games especially, and just keep giving all you have.
Luca, last year we watched you in League One Ontario score some marvelous goals. You were there with Mark Anthony Kane. So many great players on that team that went on to success. Many of them are on TFC too. And what I noticed last year under the leadership and the coaches you had there was an identity. There was a style of play. There was a rhythm. There was a meaning to each and every time you guys had possession. Is this an identity that Jason Bent wants to instill in you guys, or is it completely different, the style that he wants to imply with your team this year?
No, I think it's the same. If you look at the big picture in this organization, we all want to play a certain style, and it's important we dictate play no matter what team we play, and we're always trying to play on the ground. We're always trying to play through the lines, and I've been here for 5 years now, and honestly, it hasn't changed. It's never been about the long ball. It's always about developing with the ball at your feet. And again, each and every day at practice, we work on these things and we try to improve and develop that way. And I think it's really helping us.
I've been to hundreds of games with my two sons, Luca, but never, ever, ever have I experienced the weather that we experienced against the Wilmington Hammerheads a couple weeks ago, right after the TFC game against DC United. Unbelievable rain, unbelievable wind, unbelievable conditions, and it was something as a player that I think you'll never forget. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was tough. Especially where, like, beside the lake and stuff at BMO, it's not easy to play in windy conditions and rainy conditions, but you sort of just have to deal with it, and it just takes that much more concentration. We were lucky. We were definitely happy to get 3 points, and we were lucky enough to keep that lead with a big save by Q. And I think it just shows his quality and shows the team's quality as again, we got 3 points in rough conditions. And tomorrow, It's going to be a little bit different. I think it's going to be hotter, I think, and stuff like that. So, yeah, again, no matter the conditions, we're trying to play on the ground, and we're trying to just play our game, and it's going to help us once we get to that level.
And a massive special guest coming to tomorrow night's game, Sebastian Jovinko, the Atomic Ant, will make an appearance. I think that's fantastic for that community. You know it, I know it quite well. I think it'll be well received by many coming out, hopefully, tomorrow night. But let's talk about two other people that I'm almost for sure know will be in attendance. They were there against Wilmington. That is your head coach of the first team, Greg Vanney, and your general manager, Tim Bazbachenko. To me, having coach and GM watching a lot of your games is important. It's stressful, but it's also key to the development like yours and others on your team. Talk about it.
Yeah, no, every time they're watching, you want to impress. And even when you get called up to the first team or you're doing other things, even training and they're watching from above, it doesn't matter. You got to prove yourself each and every day that you belong there and you want to be there and get to that level eventually. So, I mean, yeah, it just makes you work that much harder and it makes you focus a tremendous amount because you really don't want to screw up. But at the same time, you know, I look up to these people because, you know, again, they've been here for approximately 2 years now, and they've supported me as well as other players. So, yeah, we're just always trying to impress them and show what we can do.
Luca, just before we let you go, you've traveled to a lot of different cities in the U.S. of A now. You've played a lot of different clubs where there is, I would say, at least 75 to 80% U.S.-born players on that squad, and you guys have held your own in a lot of games in hand now. I need you to explain to the viewers and listeners out there how important it was for your development here in Ontario. I don't think people understand, Luca. You and I understand it. I understand it with my two sons. The fierce competition, whether it's academies or the clubs, even in Ontario or in York region, how competitive and how good it is to prepare you for the next level. Talk about it.
No, I mean, there's some good players, and there's always been good players in Ontario and stuff like that. And some, you know, some go abroad and some stay here. And you know, there's a ton of players circulating through the academy right now that are decent players and they can play. So it just makes you want to work that much harder, and you don't want anyone to take your spot. So again, it's important to keep that hunger and sort of keep that way of thinking because you don't want anyone to take your spot and you just want to keep moving up the ranks. And I think it goes a long way because it shows how the development is improving in Canada with soccer. And I mean, compared to a long time ago, I think it's just getting better and better. So it's important we just keep doing that and keep working.
Luca, as I said to Mark Anthony K, I'll tell you the same. Looking forward to calling your games over the PA system, and hopefully we can call a lot of goals. You and your teammates are scoring up there at the new stadium in the OSA in Vaughan. Good luck against Pittsburgh. Good luck the rest of the season, and hopefully one day we'll be cheering you on for Canada as they get ready for the Gold Cup as well. Luca, thanks so much, and enjoy the game tomorrow.
Thanks for having me.
Luca Uccello of TFC2 and Mark Anthony K, two young guys on the rise, as I said, getting ready to take on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Joining us